Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your SmackDown review. So, people are talking about Raw being one of the worst shows of the year. I think that this show was actually even worse, to tell you the truth. I mean, I don't know here about, what they were trying to accomplish or do on this show, but first of all, you don't even have Daniel Bryan on there. You make the guy go heel. He's your champion. He's only been champion for not even 2 weeks, and you already don't have him on the show. You make him pull the Brock Lesnar, basically. So let's start out. So we've got Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is back to being the man. And I really have to say it again. She got herself a shirt, that says "man" on it and everything like that. Here's the problem I have with this. So they did all of that work to the women are equal to the men, and the women could do as much as the men could do given the opportunity. And she calls herself the man. Now, I know everyone's going to say, oh, it's supposed to be kind of I don't know how you would describe it, really. It's supposed to be kind of ironic, I suppose. I'm the man. So I guess, girls could buy the shirt and say, I'm the man. Yeah. I'm sure a lot of guys will be thrilled with that. So, you got Charlotte coming out there. Paige is there as well, and you know what I kind of get? I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think you guys have noticed that I like Becky Lynch. I think she's an attractive girl. She's a talented girl. She's not a bad promo. But ever since she's done this heel gimmick, it just, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's her. She comes across as a tryhard. Really. It seems like someone trying really, really hard to be a badass without really being one. Because first of all, she doesn't look like a badass. That's the number one thing. She does not look like Ronda Rousey. She doesn't look like Charlotte. She looks more like a babyface, really. Someone who's more likable, to tell you the truth. Now, she looks likable. Now, you could be saying, okay, so, so Stone Cold looks like a guy who's likable. No, but Stone Cold you looked at Stone Cold in the eyes, and you knew you were going to get your ass kicked. You look at Becky Lynch, and she just looks like a girl that you might want to take out on a date, right? This is what I'm saying. It's... Now, oh, it's sexist, that Brad, you're saying that just because she's a woman. No, it's because when you look at a girl like Tamina, you don't want to take her on a date. You'd be you saw that girl out in public, whoa, this girl looks fucking tough. I can't handle that. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? It's sexist, just being honest here. That she's not really coming across well as a badass. She's kind of doing this thing where, hey, talking really fast and everything. And I think she's kind of playing into that whole thing that, the smarks are gassing her up. Oh, you're like Stone Cold. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's exactly like Stone Cold. She's really getting those Stone Cold ratings, right? Oh, God. I mean, I just honestly, I cannot stand these smarks nowadays. I mean, it's they're so desperate for... It's I don't care anymore. I want this wrestling to be good. I really do. I love the WWE and its history. It's just... And I hate what it's become. But let's be perfectly honest here. If you start comparing people to Stone Cold or even The Rock... I mean, nah. Just stop. So, Charlotte and Becky are out there, and this leads to the other girls coming out, and, Becky Lynch, stand there listening to these other girls coming out. Mandy Rose is leading the charge. It isn't, first of all, it's what Mandy Rose, like, what has she even done to even be remotely considered for a title shot? You know, Sonya Deville stays quiet. You know, they should try to at least get her to talk a little bit. You know, like, I'm saying, like, there's a legit girl that, like, you want to sell as a badass. I'd buy that. You know, I don't know about the saying, you know, put your hair up, square up. I'd probably lose that shit in a heartbeat if I was trying to sell her as a real badass. Then the baby faces come out. Naomi says that they agree with the heels. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like you never would hear that back in the day, that the baby faces agree with the heels. Whatever the case may be. Okay, they all want to be in a match. Somehow Paige is taken aback by all this passion. Sound like pretty dry, you know, asking, you know, of a half-hearted promos from all of them, and like, this is passion. She was moved by the passion, so we gotta make a battle royal and shoehorn one of these other girls in here just because. I mean, you know, we've seen Charlotte and Becky enough, so they want to get another girl in there. Whatever, you know, this is just gonna be a throwaway pay-per-view anyway. TLC doesn't even fucking matter. For, you know, Brock Lesnar is not even going to defend his championship. That's how you know that the fucking pay-per-view isn't worth a shit. Then we've got the Usos defeating the Bar. Can I ask a question? Has the Bar, have they won a single fucking match since winning the tag titles? Because I don't think they have. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, holy cow. Wow, like, you know, I'm all for the Usos being back on TV. They finally remembered that the Usos worked there. Somehow they had forgotten. I know one of them was injured for a while, but, you know, usually when somebody comes back from an injury, they come back to a triumphant return, and maybe that's how it was back in the day, and they just don't want to do things like that anymore. But anyway, they got the win, so, you know, at least it's a different kind of feud now. At least we got the Usos in there, and it's not New Day. Anything but fucking New Day. But here's the thing. It's like New Day wins the match last week against the Bar, and, you know, you would think that maybe that would put them in some title contention or something. No, they moved on to the Usos. Like, this show is just making my head hurt every single fucking goddamn week, and we just got through it Raw. Raw was just the previous day, and you're already fucking just throwing these fucking crazy, I want to say curveballs, but this is like a ball that's like doing fucking figure eights in the fucking air. So, you know, like, I don't get it. It's like, so you want to give these guys the tag titles, and it's like, I understand it's been this mentality for years. You have the title, so it's like you're a champion, so you could lose anyway. But it's like, this is a rut they've been in for years. You're champion, so you lose all the time. It's like, doesn't anybody see what's wrong with that picture, with that statement, with that ideology? AJ Styles cuts a promo. Daniel Bryan's not there, but he's going to talk anyway. He like, I don't get that. He talks like Bryan is there, but then he says, well, Bryan's not here tonight, and that's supposed to get, you know, the boo from the crowd. It's like, well, if he's not there tonight, why bother talking? I'm sure Daniel Bryan's got better things to do than watch this fucking show if he ain't there. You know, I certainly wouldn't. You know, and it's like, why is he not there? What prior commitment does he have? I mean, it's always something, right? It's always like, oh, wow, you know, they had to do a movie. Like, he's not in a movie. He's not. Why is he not there? He just won the title 2 weeks ago. Don't tell me he's injured again. I swear to fucking God, I better not hear this guy is injured again. Well, speaking of injuries, I forgot what I promised in my Raw review, that I was going to talk about Becky Lynch, but we'll talk about that at the end of the show. So Nakamurphy has a match against Rusev. He attacks Rusev before the bell. The match never gets started. Beautiful. So we're going to take one of those lazy approaches of starting a feud. It's like, oh my God. How many different attempts are they going to try with Rusev before they fucking just give up already? It's like, okay, listen, you don't want to commit to the guy. You're not really that into him. All right, enough. Release him. It's pathetic already. Now you took Lana away from him. Aiden English is, I don't know where that guy is. He just disappeared. I mean, this is a fucking migraine headache. This is multiple migraines watching this fucking show and trying to figure out why they do what they do, because none of it makes any fucking sense whatsoever. It's just all thrown together, all slapped together. It's like a fucking canvas, and you're taking your dog fucking turds and you're just slapping them all over the canvas. And with the you guys remember what I said about how they do the creative meetings? There's no human beings in there. They're like kind of sitting outside, or I hope at least, watching through a plate glass window. And the chimpanzees are in there. They put a whole bunch of shit up on the wall. Well, like text, and it says like different ideas. Then they let the monkeys sit in there. They shit all over the place. Then the chimps, they take the poop and they start flinging it against the walls. Whatever the poop lands on, that's what they're fucking going with. And that's exactly why you get what you get. I mean, that's the only explanation that could clearly make any sense. It certainly makes more sense than this fucking show. It's Jeff Hardy Appreciation Night. He's been there for 20 years. They don't even bother to announce this is even going to happen tonight. So, I guess it's not that important to them. But guys, Jeff Hardy is one of my favorites of all time. This guy has put his body on the line. He's Samoa Joe comes out, talks about demons. He says that, Jeff has failed so many times. Meanwhile, people like him that, have been winners, don't get the opportunities they deserve. He looks like he's about to attack Jeff, and then he turns back the other way, which I don't get. Ooh, we'll sell this as mind games. Ooh, our laziness is due to mind games. That's what they'll say. Anyway, when Jeff Hardy first got back in the WWE, I understand why they might have wanted to do the Hardy Boys. He hasn't been there in a while. Let's get some nostalgia. They fucked that up. So Jeff Hardy is now a singles wrestler. Why they did not take the opportunity to have AJ heel and try to do a Jeff Hardy babyface title win, would have, is beyond me. Why they went in right away and did the U.S. title with him, I don't get it. Like, you're showing him, he's got all these, posters up in the ring, all these mounted posters on easels showing him with the fucking belt, with the WWE Championship. But he's not interested in pursuing it, apparently. I don't get it. It's like they want these people to return as nostalgia acts. Like, so Rey Mysterio's there, he has no interest. Orton's there, he has no interest. It's like, isn't the whole point of being there to be the world champion, especially if you're a main eventer? And these wrestlers are just like in stasis. They're just not going anywhere. I'm just going to go from feud to feud. It's like, Jeff Hardy has been there for 20 years, and he's just going to have a match with Samoa Joe? And already it's up to a fucking marvelous start with Samoa Joe doing the, I'm going to attack you, on second thought I'm not. Like, Randy Orton, oh no, okay, no, that's not yet. The Miz was backstage, and now we're back to The Miz and New Day. Welcome back to 5 months ago or whenever it was, with The Miz putting his hand in the hat of pancake batter. Okay, listen, we just had urination on Raw. Do we really need to fucking see this now with The Miz? The Mariners. Oh my god. So Miz has a match with Kofi. Kofi beats him. So, you know, have the Miz lose to some no-name jobber. So funny, right? Then have him lose to Kofi. Oh my goodness. Marvelous. Okay, now we're ready for Randy Orton. He cuts a promo about, you know, how he ripped the mask off of Rey's face. Rey Mysterio comes out, starts attacking him. This looks like a match to me, but it's not. It's just supposed to be a brawl. I don't know what it is, but during the PG era, they've had a lot of these, like, where it looks like it's going on for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like, it's a match, and Rey is like running into the ropes. They're doing spots in them. It's like it's a brawl. Doesn't Randy Orton, like, he's a veteran, and so is Rey Mysterio. They've all been involved in multiple brawls. It's like, I guess management's telling them to go out there and make it look more wrestling. But it's like they're climbing in the ring. They're fighting on the apron. It's like they're going all over the... Like, it's a brawl. You're supposed to just exchange punches and kicks, and that's it. And maybe slam your head into the fucking post or something like that. I mean, what the fuck? Then Orton does the same thing. Same thing he did last week. He drives Rey's neck into the post with the chair wrapped around it. Repeat the same fucking spot, I guess. Like, don't make it look unique. This type of stuff happens every week. Shane McMahon is backstage with The Miz. The Miz says that, you know, he's not taking care of the trophy that he won a crown jewel. He takes it. What? Like, what's going on this fucking show? Like, so, here's Shane backstage. He hasn't been doing anything all show. You had The Miz just lose to these jobbers last week for no fucking reason. They're supposed to be a tag team. No tag team match this week. Like, okay, so then why did we do that last week? Why did we do any of this at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view? So, you know, they could do this, whatever this is. I don't know what this is. I don't get it. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to accomplish? I don't understand. Like, I mean, The Miz is too fucking talented for this. Jobbing to Kofi Kingston. You know, obsessing over Shane McMahon and the trophy. Like, what? It's like they have no stars. They have no star power on this show. The Miz is one of the few that can provide that. And this is how they utilize him? Alright, I'm done. Let's just talk about this and end the fucking review. I can't even talk about this anymore. I'm sorry, but this is just so fucking bad. It's so horrendously fucking awful and boring and just so not fun to watch. I get nothing out of this. Asuka wins the Battle Royal. Okay, great. You know, fine. You know, Smarks get what they want. I'm happy for Asuka. Like I said, I actually like her now. Ever since they cooled off on the hype, and I kind of feel sorry for her after, you know, winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, and she just loses at Mania, her streak is gone, then she's wrestling the Iconics. Whatever, so it comes down to Sonya and Asuka, which was interesting that they would actually consider putting Sonya in there, so, I mean, the ship has sailed, though, on Sonya. I mean, on Sonya Deville, like I said, you know, I tried putting the girl over, saying great things about her, but, you know, they just don't want to fucking do anything significant with her. Whatever. Like I said, that ship has fucking sailed. It's gone. Bon voyage, I suppose. So, let's use this time here to talk about Becky Lynch. So, Becky Lynch just got her lights fucking punched out, concussed, couldn't wrestle for, you know, about several weeks already. And you're going to tell me that you're going to not just book a match, that I would understand, but you want to... Okay, that would have been fine. Put Asuka in there to cover for Becky, maybe. Maybe make Asuka do more of the work. Maybe Becky could kind of sneak in there and get a win. Give her some time to recover. No, barely give her any time to recover. Put her right back in the ring already. And guess what match it's going to be? A tables, ladders, and chairs match. Right off the bat. She's going to go, you know, the back of her head's going to be smacking into the tables. She's going to be fucking, you know, being smashed into the ladders. I mean, my God, there's going to be whiplash. She's going to be falling off the ladders. I mean, can we be perfectly honest here already? It's one thing for Charlotte because the woman is built like a legit goddess. I mean, my God, like, you know, she looks like she could take a bit more punishment. But these are women. Their bodies can't take as much punishment as men. They're, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're a Nia Jax or a Tamina or something like that, you're not equipped to take big bumps like the dudes do. I mean, I'm sorry, but, you know, you're not going to be able to take the same bumps that The Undertaker can, that, you know, that these other, you know, big name wrestlers that weigh 300 pounds can. So we need to come to terms with that. And now we need to come with terms with, are they out of their fucking minds? How can they put a girl that just had a concussion in such a dangerous match? Unless they're going to do what I said and maybe have Becky kind of not really get too involved in it. Maybe Asuka could act as the buffer. But I still believe that it shouldn't be a tables, ladders, and chairs match. I mean, it's tables, ladders, and chairs, but, you know, maybe give that to the Raw girls to do or something like that. I mean, I don't understand why we have to put Becky in it. You know what I mean? It's like, if that's a problem, then strip her of the title. Come up with one of your lame-ass storylines that you usually do to try to get the title off of her. But I guess they don't want to... Like, it's not even like she has any significant heat. The ratings are bad. So it's like, it doesn't matter if... Like, they're probably worried about ruining her character and what the smarks will think. It doesn't matter. No one's watching anyway. Nobody believes the Becky Lynch Stone Cold comparisons. Unless you're the most desperate of smarks. I mean, come the fuck on. I mean, you know, there you go, guys. There's your SmackDown review. I mean, you want to take a girl that just had a fucking concussion and you want to put her fucking health on the line. Be my fucking guest, you fucking fucked up piece of shit company. I mean, what are they thinking? What are they, what's going through their minds? What's going through their fucking heads when they do this? Like, what? Are they crazy? Are they fucking insane? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Hit a thumbs up if you did. Hit a thumbs down if you didn't. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you get all the notifications. I post all my new videos. Check out some of the other content I have posted here. And thank you for watching, guys. This has been your YWC champ, and I'm signing out.